Hey there. So this is a Silver Sigma Hootie Sweat, looking at how do I play defense better on Sigma. This game has a pretty common issue in Silver, which is just like we need to use our cooldowns better, use our resources better, right? And Sigma is pretty simple in a certain kind of way. Your resources are, obviously your health. Some of it comes back because it shields. You have a shield, it's at 700 HP, so the lower it is, like the less resources you have. You got your rock on a long cooldown, you got your grasp on a long cooldown as well. And there's a great game to look at just because all of these heroes on the other team, it's going to be a Sigma mirror with Reaper, Widow, Mercy, Curie. None of them can really do anything to you as Sigma. Um, if you have your shield or your grasp, you can eat all of their damage. So the decision to like back off or push forward, it's entirely based on the resources that you have. And on top of that, we got kind of our two areas of focus is like make sure Widow doesn't have a good angle, make sure Sigma doesn't have a good angle. Okay. So off the bat, I like being on high ground here. The shield, I get the thought it doesn't really do all that much. Um, I guess it gives free spam like straight down there. But I personally, I would just start. I would sit here and wait for the payload to get closer before dropping. Just because I have better visibility, I can see what they have on their comp before I like. I don't want to like draw it down in front of a Reinhardt, for example. And I might even be like here, just so I can spam out the people behind the cart as it comes a little forward. Right. But anyway, the main thing I want to talk about is just the resources and kind of like pushing up and backing off. And I don't have that much time for this video, so we're gonna go kind of quick. So starting off, right? Don't know what they have. Now we kind of do. And we're trading with a Sig. That's fine. There's no reason really to back off here. Like we can just play this corner. We have this corner. He doesn't. He's just right in front. Um, Now there's this game mode. I think it's called Sigma Dodgeball. I don't know if people still play it, but it's pretty fun because it helps you learn these mirror matches. The biggest thing is you each have your shield, um, you each have your suck, and you each have your rock. And it's kind of rock, paper, scissors, right? Like if someone's doing a grasp, like this guy here, and you have a rock, you can just rock him. Um, However, if he has shield, he can maybe put the shield out to block the rock. Um, and then, like, if he does or doesn't have rock, like, if he doesn't have rock and you have grass, you can walk, like, forward. So you can get a little more aggressive. Maybe try and, like, spam out this guy here would probably be an angle you're looking at. Maybe even just, like, throw your shield behind him to block this Widow's line of sight. And then start spamming him. And then if you start taking too much damage, you just grass because he doesn't have rock, right? But you're basically trying to put pressure on each other to force the grasp and then try and rock each other. And that's not the only thing you should be doing in this game with your cooldowns is the tank matchup. I think that's a really big trap because you can waste a lot of time and not really put out a lot of pressure because obviously their supports are going to try and keep out their tank first and foremost. But that's like one kind of thing you could do with your rock. Yeah, and that's a thing that I see. Here we go. Good off the bat. But the thing that I see is that we're not using our cooldowns like... So he doesn't have rock with grasp. But the thing is, like, look how much bonus health he got. It's like, I don't even know, 8? I forget his HP. Not a lot. A little green bar down there, yeah. Um, the thing is, with that cooldown, we rocked him. Yeah, he missed his rock. We push him back. We just damage him. Because we're always trying to keep dudes not just away from us, but away from our team, right? And we want to keep this corner here. We want him back, force him back behind this cover. And maybe we put a shield here so that we can spam over here to this Reaper he keeps trying to get through, right? But now we don't have Vortex, and now we don't have Rock. Right, and because we don't have Rock, like, he took a lot of damage there. If we had the Rock now, we could just walk forward on him and rock him, right? And probably get a kill, to be honest. Or look for, maybe if this Reaper came out and he was too close, we could try to rock him, right? You want to be trying to rock specific things, so that's what I'm trying to say, I guess, is like he vortexes, we want to try to have Rock for that. Someone dies, someone's about to die on your team, we want to try to have Rock to cancel Mercy Res, right? Reaper closest distance on us, we want to try to have Rock or Vortex, right? So it's like, we're a little willy-nilly with our cooldowns. Good block. I like that you don't lose your shield that much. But right here, like, we're giving a bunch of space. And I get that we see the Reaper. But I don't know if we know, first of all, that the Hanzo's behind us. Because you don't really look behind you ever. Yeah, we don't. So we get the kill here. That was a good idea. But here, we're like full health. We have, do we have our Vortex? Yeah. And we're stuck. Like there. Excuse me. Rock is a really good cooldown, and we're kind of Hail Marying it here, yeah? Widow stands still when she tries to aim, so she's sometimes a really good rock target. But you can also always just throw your shield here. You could throw your shield, cut off this angle, walk forward, and just spam out this Reaper. They really don't have, like, only the Reaper can really force you out here. Because a Widow's shield break sucks. So we should kind of be trying to force them away. Keep the cart here. And just like, because it provides us cover, yeah? And just like, try to keep all these guys back. They really can't do anything to you until Sigma gets here. If you have your cooldowns. And there, that's another one where it's like, you're not taking any damage. A Widow, you know, she shoots one shot at a time, right? So she can just stop shooting. Like Reaper kind of blasts, right? So I don't know why we really need this here, especially we have, I guess our shield's like kind of low, but you could also probably just come here and they can't shoot you and then just start forcing this Reaper out. If he starts shooting you, then you grasp. But now we've blown all our cooldowns, our shield health's low, our resources low, and we had to back off. And it's like a good decision that you do it. But you really didn't have to give out this much space, right? And that's kind of what I mean, like, if we use our cooldowns correctly, we can provide pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is mostly damage, or positioning, like, on close enough I could kill you. And bottom line, pressure gets them to move. And since we got that kill on the tank, we could be holding in a much more advantageous position. It's not like the worst play in the world. There's another just kind of Hail Mary rock, right? We should be throwing our shield somewhere. So here, are you really focused on the Widow, I guess, because she got kills? Honestly, the best target here is Mercy. You said you needed help with Flux. I think the biggest thing, again, it has to do with Rock, and it's just like, if you have Rock, if you're expecting an ult from Sig, you kind of hold your rock. Like if you have ult, you're kind of holding your rock to try and cancel their ult by rocking him. And if he has rock, you try to force out the rock before you ult. And what you might do is like flux, like shield, like flux and then shield it, or flux and then hide, because he'll like naturally want to rock you when you flux. That's what I mean about this sort of rock, paper, scissors. This technique's good. Like shoot once on the top, shoot once on the bottom. It's just you're too far away from Widow to actually get the kill. You could have killed Mercy here. You also probably could have killed Reaper. And then rocked her, like a res or something, shield the Widow. If you're like in front here, you can just cut off like almost all their damage and kind of isolate this guy, right? I don't know if I would like walk straight at them in this situation. I might be looking to kind of make space over here, where it's like he's trying to get around this corner. He has to really peek, but you kind of are a lot safer here, right? Anyway, flux, yeah. That rock, again, it doesn't really do anything, right? You're not canceling anything. It'd probably be better to just rock this Reaper if you need to use rock, but I don't think you need it to. And here, it's a good idea to force this Widow out. There's kind of two options, and one would be to just throw a shield here and then start shooting this way on main, or shield main here and then just walk at her shooting. She can't kill you, especially when you have flux. So we're kind of giving up just a free side line here. And here we used Kitsune, right? This guy is able to flux because he used rock just sort of randomly, right? What do we use it for? Hail Mary a Widow. He could have gotten a kill with better aim. But again, you could have just walked on her. Like this is the cover, shield this way. Just force her off the angle. I think you're trying to do a little too much when all you need to do is just sort of ruin the game for her. Like throw a shield in her face so she can't hit a shot and she has to move. Or just walk at her and shoot her. She's close enough that you really could just kill her. So we use our rock. That sucks. This flux might be pretty big, but we have vortex, so we should be walking and shooting, and it would take damage. We vortex. There's like 2 Kitsunes on the field. Our cooldowns come back fast. We probably want to throw a shield to protect anyone in the flux, like in front of the Sigma. If I can't stop a flux, that's what I might do. Good job, you did a thing. Again, it's just like a low value rock. I get the thought process, but point blank, much easier to hit. He's in a more threatening position to your team. You can just shield her. You have a full health shield, right? I would just point blank rock him, and then he either has to either eats it or he has to wraith if he has it, right? The Sigma is in a way more threatening position to your team. Yeah. Good shield on that. Don't keep track of the Reaper all. We could have rocked it. And you just back off the point, even though you had flux and some shield health and heals, and you had vortex, so you could have just eaten the Reaper ult. And that's the other main thing that I notice is just you back off of 2 points in this game because you'll have to do it on second point, and we can kind of go fast here. You are just gonna die on payload. That's good. I think you really focused on this Widow because you see her in a kill feed. We just shield her. We don't need to. We didn't even need to grasp there. It's fine that she shot you and all that. Right? You could just like throw a shield forward and walk on her. Do you see how quickly you kill her? If you just walk on her in primary, right? And then we have a rock. Probably what we want to plan to do with it is rock the Mercy once she goes through res. Right? I would be trying to take this corner and look for the rock on the Mercy. What I do like here is that you're working two angles at once. You have your shield one way, you're shooting another, and you need to look to do that a bit more. Again, I wouldn't wasted a rock. Right, Hail Mary rock. We could actually get something done. We could have just rocked him here. If you're concerned about her shooting from that angle, just put your shield behind a Sigma. And it cuts off Kiriko heals too, right? And he just used his vortex and you have yours, so you can do something like that, right? Here, this angle is not very good. They're inside of your badminton racket range, right? We probably actually play like over here and just try and stop these people. Again, we're concerned about the Widow, maybe a little too much, but sure. We can just spam these guys out here. And maybe throw a shield in front of the Sigma. Look at that face. So you do a good job not wasting your shield, but you need to use it a bit more. Yeah, and if you need to flex, so you should have known he had rock. It's not that hard to keep track of. And so your ult gets canceled, right? If you need to flex and he has rock, there's a couple things you can do. One would be just stay behind your shield and do it. The other would be play cover. It's the same for like if they have a Sombra. Sombra's the hardest one. Or an Ana who can sleep you, or a Hog who can hook you. We'll put cover in between us, and we kind of like, we could peek our primaries here. Yeah. We can flux here. Again, though, it's like the Reaper just like wraithed out, right? And we still have like, we still have some shield, and mostly we have grasp. We can still take this angle kind of and be like just primarying the Widow here. Or throw a shield straight in front of her and primary towards here, right? Just primary. Like, I get mechanics and all that. Is this a hard shot? Right? And we have full health, and we don't care. She's shooting a fair out like, oh, we just shoot her. She has such a little health. Fine, Rock. But again, we back off the point, right? We need to be playing here. Spamming the Widow. Maybe a shield over here. Something like that. Or throw a shield here, put damage pressure this way. But we had like a pharmacy here, and like at worst we should, and a soldier coming out, and at worst we should have just died on point. Yeah. And so they have like 4 minutes on the clock to push this final point. This final point's really hard. I think kind of what goes on is just like you kind of YOLO a little bit. But yeah, the biggest thing that I'm seeing is just like if you have rock, you're looking to do certain things with it. Don't just throw low percentage rocks, like high risk, low reward rocks. Especially even if you rock the Widow like from range, you probably can't follow it to kill it. You want to be rocking people and then like primary melee to get the kill. or you want to use it to cancel something, right? So like Reaper ult in this, Sigma ult in this, Mercy res. Um, and then the same thing like with your grasp. If you have your grasps and the other guy doesn't have rock, you can take space. And that's true of like any stunning ability like Roadhog Hook or something like that. Um, and it gets deeper than that because then like you can use your shield to kind of like bait it. You can use cover to bait it. You can use your shield and then grasp sort of like so it pokes out in front of the shield to save some shield health. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. But for now, I think the biggest thing is like think about using your shield in one direction and spamming in the other, and use your rock for a specific reason. Don't just yeet it. Um, and use your grass and use your primary fire, right? There are tons of examples, I think, in this little short video, just like you could just shoot her, right? You don't need to do all this other stuff around it. Just like it comes off as like using abilities sort of for the sake of them, or just like, oh right, I have that ability off cooldown, I should use it, or something like that. But make sure you're using things for a specific reason. Yeah, and I think that'll like improve your game a lot. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope this helps. Thanks.